a very good friend of the bride and groom. He's a really swell guy. He has the strength of 10 men and the sensitivity of a kitten dipped in chocolate. Please, everybody, give a warm round of applause for Mr. Ned Medium.
Hello, everybody.
Hello!
Hi. So, I wrote a 15-minute song to perform tonight. But sisters, I guess. You had to be a sister. I wish I had asked before I started. It's a great song. So if you guys want to find me during the dancing, I'd be glad to sing it to you, you know, just one-on-one. So anyway, Molly and Dan, I like to call Petey, asked me to write something tonight. So that's what I've done. But really what I'm doing is I'm telling a story. I'm telling a story that is a story that we're missing. It's a little piece of the story that we're missing tonight. And we've heard a lot about Petey and Molly. And I'm going to go further back. Okay? Once upon a time. Yes. Once upon a time, Sparkle Plenty, aka Molly Benson, was begatted, you know, was born to Walking Twinkle, aka Molly's mom. Karen. She was born out of the egg on the bottom of a musical note, which I have a picture. See, this is the egg that she was birthed from. Believe it or not. So as you can imagine, when that egg cracked, it sung the long, one-noted song of a newborn babe. A beautiful newborn baby. That note sung out loud and long, like a perfect blanket of sweet sound covering the surface of the earth. Now, although the note sang more beautifully than any note had ever been sung before, as it happens, pretty much most everything alive during that day didn't hear the one-noted song of Sparkle Plenty's birth, aka Molly Benson.
Peterson.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. I didn't know I was in the second half. So, most everybody alive during that time couldn't hear the note, right? Because they just simply couldn't hear it. But during that moment, if asked, "How are you doing?" pretty much most everybody alive, if capable of talking, would have just replied, "As a matter of fact, I'm doing pretty good. I don't know why." So, what I'm saying is, when Sparkle Plenty, aka Molly Peterson, well, you know what? I'm just going to call her Molly, just for the sake of moving the story along. Okay, so when Molly's birthing string was strung, when that musical egg hatched, and that note was sung, pretty much everybody didn't hear the note, but simultaneously at that moment, everyone suddenly felt pretty good. Everybody. Which is amazing. I mean, just as an example, during that time, if you asked, I don't know, I mean, you know, let's say a man who just had his arm bit off by a bear. Just an example. So you say to that man, howdy, how are you doing? Well, he would have replied, as a matter of fact, considering the circumstances, I'm doing pretty good. And in addition, you would then turn to the bear, and you would say, howdy, how are you doing? And assuming the bear could talk, the bear would have replied, after removing the arm from his mouth, he would have replied, funny you'd mention it. I'm doing pretty good. Okay, but even still, nobody could hear that note.